Do you own one of these? Maybe you're an absentee owner. Maybe you rent your house out. If you own one of these, a pool in the state of Florida, and you're an absentee owner, there are 3 must haves. You have to have these with a bonus fourth, of course, in this video. So I'm going to tell you what those 3 things are. So please stay tuned. These are in no particular order, but first we'll start with this thing. What is that? Do you see that thing sticking in? It's sitting in the pool, and it's connected to a hose, and it's an autofill. I cannot tell you how much you need this. Even if you do live in the house, or especially for absentee owners or for rental properties like this house. This is my little rental house. I got this, and it really helps keep the levels where they need to be, because too high is not great, but it's not bad. Too low, and you could cause major issues with your pool pump. So I had a renter in here that decided to do a bunch of cannonballs. He was so excited, and he was actually a baseball player for the Orioles. So he and his girlfriend were staying here for spring training or whatever it was. And he just did a ton of cannonballs in the pool. And I actually got an email from my water company saying that there was high usage of water at the property. And I laughed. I let them know. I let the guests know that I received these notifications, and just sort of ask if there's a problem, because sometimes there might be a leak or something like that. But this is a lifesaver. This will help keep the levels where they need to be, and it's just like you could sleep at night. You don't have to worry about it, and they're really inexpensive. I don't know. I think that I got that on Amazon for less than $40. I'm sure there's cheaper ones. Plus, you have to have a hose. So it's wonderful. Ask your pool person about it. Which, of course, number 2 thing you have to have a pool person. Okay. Here at this property, as you can see, there's no cage, and I'm not planning on buying a cage. I also have a huge, oak tree, which is one of the reasons I bought this property. And it causes those things to fall in the pool. So during like that season, a couple months out of the year, 2-3 months out of the year, these things fall in the pool. You have to have, if you don't have a cage, which you don't have to have a cage, it's more of a cosmetic personal preference. You have to have a pool guy. You can do your own pool. I actually owned a home back in the day, and I was like, oh, this guy's here, like he's spending like 3 minutes here, and the pool's always perfect. I was like, I could do that. Now, by the time you go and get the equipment, put it in your car, risk damaging your car with all the chemicals and stuff, come here and do it, and then it never looks right, you need a guy. So generally speaking, if you don't have a cage, they charge a little bit more. During the leaf falling season, they charge me a little bit extra because I have them come twice a week, but I have to have the pool looking nice for my guests, and it's just important to me. So anyway, I pay him about 180, 190 just regularly, and then double that the months that he has to come twice, because they have to come twice. But what I love about Flow Pools is actually who I use. They send out weekly emails with photos so that you can see that they've cleaned your pool. And if there are like phosphates in there, which a lot of times if people use sunscreen or just bodily oils and stuff, if there's high usage of the pool, it tends to just get really murky, so they need to add more chemicals and treat it accordingly so that it looks beautiful all the time. So but it's great because they'll also tell you if there's mechanical problems or whatever. I know my pool pump went out, so I had to get a new pool pump, and then I was able to connect it to my Wi-Fi in the app, which is great. And I actually have my AC on an app as well, which is wonderful, and it's just great to be able to monitor your house when you're not here. Back to the cannonball guy. So when I got the water high usage alert, that is point number 3. You're going to have to call or email or go online and set up an auto notification with your water company, because even if there's kids or you have company, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a rental home or an occupied home, having that auto notification that there's like high water usage, you're either going to end up with a huge bill, or you're just never going to know what's going on with the property. I also had one time where just a little girl left the sink. there's a half bathroom in the garage area, and she just accidentally left the sink running. It was an accident, but I got a high water usage, and I like to let the guests know. And as a homeowner, you want to know what's going on with the inner workings of your property when you're not here. And so those are the top 3 things if you are a homeowner with a pool, especially an absentee owner. And the last and fourth and final bonus thing that I recommend is a home watch service. Of course, I like to use Cindy Jessup. She's a longtime friend of mine. I've done some video with her, and I'm going to be doing one soon actually with her, but she's wonderful. She checks the 4 points of the house, like the roof, the plumbing, the AC, electric, like check for leaks, check for the things that we're talking about, make sure the pool levels are good. She also puts together a detailed report, and it's really, really, really good for your insurance company if they ever needed to say, like, well, your house had been just sitting unoccupied, which is considered very risky. And they might drop you, they might raise the premium, like who knows. It's just better to have someone in your home at times so that you can document, like, someone has been here and had looked after the house. So a home watch service is highly recommended, and I definitely have people for all of this. And so if you have any questions about home ownership in Florida, you call me. I've got all kinds of great vendors that have come and gone. Some get on the list, and sometimes they get off the list because I tell you what, you don't call people back, you price gouge, you show up late, you're not polite, you're off the list. Okay? Because that's a reflection of me and the people that I refer to my clients and the people that I care about. I want to make sure that you're taken care of. Other than that, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And thank you for joining this and seeing this video. Thank you. Thank you. I've been, if you're old to the channel, you already know this, but I've been selling real estate here as of this year, June 2002, so it's been 24 years in the Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte County areas. Love what I do. I just had a closing today, working through some challenging contracts. As always, just seems like nothing's just ever simple, but it's all good. And what I do know is that AI, I don't think was going to replace like white glove human to human service, and there's nothing more frustrating than getting all these spam calls and these, there's so much AI that can be great, but also you want that human touch, and that service, especially if you own a sizable property in the area that, is a secure property. It's maybe a generational home. It's high end, and you do care about that security factor. You don't want to throw your house in a lockbox and have everything just automated. You want someone to care for your house like you would and look after it if you want to sell your property. And so I do specialize in luxury waterfront and curating each property because every property is unique as you in selling your properties. So I love what I do. I love doing these videos, and I do one per week. And I also do market updates once per month, if not more, because there's stuff changing and things happen. But I think it's important to understand the market, because that's a question that a lot of people ask. It's like, how's the market? And it's like, well, if you watch my YouTube channel, you would know, because I take a lot of time and diligence in doing those videos because it's a big, hot question that people want to know. So anyway, you can reach me anytime. You call me or text me or email. ShaylaTwit.com is my website. My cell is 941-544-7690. Email is super easy, ShaylaTwit@gmail.com. So thank you for tuning in. I would love it if you subscribe if you haven't already, but thank you for watching this video.